As welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here for a Class 1 District 8 playoff game in the Missouri State High School Sports Misha event. As the Highland Cougars will host the Milan Wildcats here tonight for a chance to move on to play Putnam County. Both teams looking for their first win, 0-9 on the season. We're going to take a quick little break and go to a PSA from Misha. And actually change that. We'll go to the national anthem. And now we'll break for a quick PSA from Michigan.
Attention all former athletes and sports fans. It's time to get back in the game. Become an official. It's a great part-time income and you get back in the game. Start today by finding out how. Contact the Misha office by calling 573-875-4880 or visiting misha.org.
And we are back here as the Highland Cougars will get set to play the Milan Wildcats here tonight. The Milan Wildcats are part of the Grand River Conference. They are 0-9 on the season, coached by Ben Miller. As the Cougars come in 0-9 as well of the Clarence Cannon Conference. They are coached by Caleb Barnesman. Both these teams looking for a chance to move on, get a win on the season, and play Putnam County. As this joker in front of me is going to get right in my view. As oh, yep, I locked the door or locked the window. As we are back here, the pregame show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. As we'll run down our sponsor list, Richard Horner Shelter Insurance, Jeff Whiston Farm Bureau Insurance, Mike Stauffer, Farmers Co-op, Murphy Brothers Gas Station, Hares Oil, B&B Farms, Hoeing Trucking, Design It the Wild Tiger Boutique, Autumn Harvest Farms, Corks Carpet Cleaning, Sharps Custom Detailing, Phillips Heating and Cooling, Arnold Funeral Home, and Fleer Feed Incorporated. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors for bringing you Highland Cougar football. Of course, you look at the district standings. We talked about this last week. Me and Jeff did. Putnam County was firmly in first place, beating Scotland County and picking up 51.54 points. Going undefeated on the season. They then will move to Scotland County 31.28. South Shelby 24.9, Highland 19.97, and Milan 16.54. The biggest reason for the Cougars hosting a district game here tonight was the fact that they played a lot of Class 2 schools. Playing up a level gives you more points when it comes to district standings, and so the Cougars were able to edge out Milan by 3 points by playing a lot of Class 3 schools. In fact, almost every school they played was a Class 3 school except for South Shelby, who they lost to, which if it did come down to a tie with South Shelby, it would have went to the head-to-head. As the Cougars are now on the field, they have the Old Glory being carried by Ashton Schultz, and the Cougar flag being carried as they make their way out on the field. No cheerleaders tonight as they are at state, heading off to state at Mizzou. Tomorrow they will attend the state competition. Cross-country districts at Lynn, 26 teams there. We'll try and keep an eye on there. Some things that happened last night. Culver Stocking gets a win over the Hannibal LaGrange Trojans as they would beat the Trojans 110-59. So make sure to check out that article. We wrote up earlier today, but check it out after the game, of course. You still got to listen to some Highland football here tonight. Happy Halloween, everybody. If you're out there trick-or-treating and not able to make it to the game, we hope you're having a wonderful time. And remember to stay safe. Keep an eye out in all directions. It's a pretty light crowd here tonight, and I bet you because of the trick-or-treating festivities. I wondered why we just didn't put this game on a Thursday. I think it would have been just better. Then everyone could have went and celebrated Halloween as Milan will now take their way to the field. And so we are about to get things going underway here. The officials will break off to go grab the captains. Your captains for Highland, of course, the usual suspects. It'll be Porter Peters, Ashton Schultz, Chris Gauss, and Tyson Voth. 13. As we don't have the Milan captains just yet, we will get them here soon as they will break out. After the game, the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating and Cooling, we will talk to Coach Caleb Barnesman because today is going to be one of two results for the Cougars. You're either going to win and move on, or you will fall and it'll be the end of your season. So no matter what, we're going to talk with Caleb Barnesman. Of course, I talked to Caleb Barnesman beforehand, and he said, well, hopefully it is the moving on, as we all kind of hope that as well. Get to go to Putnam County and go play the midgets in high school football. So Culver Stockton's got a game tomorrow, an old rivalry game tomorrow night, as they will take on Central Methodist, 12 o'clock kickoff. Tune in at 11 o'clock to watch the Game Day on the Hill pregame show on the Hart Conference Network, put on by the wonderful students of the Wildcat Network. I love those kids to death. They are amazing. They do such great work on the broadcasting field. All right, looks like we might have some captains. It looks like it will be the 0 of Grayson Profit. It looks like it will be the 1 of Melvin Cruz. Trying to see if that's a 73. I think that is a 73 of Hayden Courtney. And the 14 of Raphael Sivers. So those are your captains for both teams tonight. We finally got Milans. It's big game here tonight. I think one of the biggest things for the Cougars tonight, too, is you've got the return of Christopher Gauss in the backfield tonight after sustaining concussion against Macon. And so he will return tonight. And we'll look to try and make a difference or help make a difference in tonight's game. Of course, this whole team is going to look to try and be just an impact here against the Wildcats tonight and try to get the win and finally shatter the long losing streak that has accumulated over the years for the Cougar team. As we are 4:46 from kickoff. Not really sure what we're waiting on. But while we got time, let's take a break and we'll be back. And hopefully for the coin toss, we'll let you know what goes on. We'll be back after a quick break.
Let's go, Echo!
Do you need a boost? Get your 5-hour energy shots, just 2 for $4.99. How about Jack's Link's Jumbo Steaks, 2 for $7, or Gardetto's 2 for $6? Airco Reward members get double points on all promotional items.
Let's go!
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. This broadcast is brought to you by Corks Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523. This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
And we are back here on the pregame show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Give Blake Hetzler a call for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Do not make me stop. Do not put that spider mask on. I know it's Halloween, but you put it on and the eyes were all messed up. As they will meet for the coin toss, your officials tonight are Henry Gunsols, Derek Gardner, Jerry Eisen, Jim Whitfield, and Bill Trester. So they will meet. They're going to discuss. They're talking. The chain crews getting across the field. The coaches will head away. The officials will show off the coin. The coin has been flipped. Highland has won the toss. They will defer. So it looks like Milan will get set to receive. So 1 second here. They will receive. The Cougars will be playing to the north. The Wildcats will be playing to the south. If you're looking at your screen, the north will be on the left side of your screen. The south will be on your right side of the screen. We are looking towards the east. So we will see who will be taking the kicks here tonight. It's been a combination of two players for the Highland Cougars, and it looks like they will be bringing out Cooper Hinton to be taking the kicks. Oh, we might go with a double option here, which I like. I love having the dual threat. It'll be, oh, nope, it looks like it will just be Schultz taking it. I thought it was going to be Hinton, but nope, it does look like it'll be Connor Bartz. I say go with the dual threat kicking team if you can, but I think you probably have to designate someone as the official kicker. As we are underway. Good long ball there from Schultz as it goes over to the far side of the field. As it is picked up and ran back, it'll be brought down at the Milan 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. The Cougars are going to send out their defense. As I was told this before the game, and it looks like this is what they're going to do. They're going to change their defensive format to a 3-4 defense. 3 linemen in the front, 4 linebackers. And it looks like they will go with 4 receivers to try and break up that middle there. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off. He's up the middle. He's wrapped up. He's got nowhere to go and brought down at the line of scrimmage. That was ran by Tristan Truitt, the running back, number 33 tonight. That will be no gain for Truitt. 11:32 remaining, scoreless game here as we've just gotten underway. Milan in the huddle. A 3-4 defense set up by the Cougars, but again, they'll have to break off the two linebackers. Typically, the 3-4 allows four linemen or four linebackers. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off again. They'll try and find a gap. Immediately, he's swallowed up and brought back, and this might be for a loss this time. Drew it on the carry again. And looks like he probably gained a half a yard, but I'm not really going to write a half a yard. Yep, it will be, well, they'll say 1, so we'll give them 1. Gain of 1. So now it'll be 3rd and 9 if the Cougars can get the stop here, but you can probably expect them to try and open up the offense a little more. Main target for the quarterback of Hunter Reed has been the number 7 of Gunnar Sims. Here's the snap. He's going to step back. He's looking that direction as he's going to roll it out himself. He's trying to find anybody that's open. He's going to throw. It's almost intercepted. Did it get grabbed off? Gauss almost with the interception, but it got grabbed by a Wildcat as he was fumbling around with the ball. What a play, as it's now 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. As I don't know who made that catch. As that'll go on the number 14 of Severs. I don't know what was the gain on that. What was the gain on that? How many yards? So needed 10. Well, we won't have the Milan stats that well tonight, but we'll try and get the Highland stats well. As they try the run again, he's swarmed up. They'll blow the whistle, and no gain on the play. I can get you the rushing stats.
They lost 4 yards until he makes it 13.
So 2nd and 14, a loss of 4 there for Truitt on the run. As they are set up on the right hash mark on the near side. 9:19, a scoreless game, a 1st down after an almost interception from the Cougars. Chris Gauss was fumbling around with the ball, trying to make the grab. However, it was picked up as it was bouncing around in the air. Here's a snap. He's going to step back. He's going to look. He's going to fire it to the number 7 as he's going to try and gain a few yards, maybe about a gain of... That is a 10-yard gain to Sims. It'll be 3rd and 5. His favorite target, Sims, makes the grab. Hunter Reed at quarterback for the Milan Wildcats. They're now over on the left hash mark. They'll break out into formation. They're going to go trips on the right, 1 on the left. 1 in the back. Here's a snap. He'll flip it out to the running back as he is grabbed up and stopped just short. As there might have been a fumble on the play. Cougars are saying it's their ball. And it is a fumble. And it will be a Cougar football in their own territory.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27 yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line. It'll be Dawson Hedges at quarterback for the Highland Cougars. Cougars going to look to try and put some points on the board early and get the momentum rolling. Hedges takes the snap. He's going to roll it out himself. He comes towards the near side. He's going to move across. He's going to get wrapped up. He's got a gain of about 5, 6, 7. As Hedges with the first carry. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Cougars. 7:52 remaining. Lots of games going on tonight. A lot of Illinois games going on tomorrow. Kind of like how that works. You can probably go to an Illinois game tomorrow, an Illinois high school game, but I'm going to be at the Culver game tomorrow, that's for sure. You'll see me on the sideline. They're breaking out 3 trips on the right, 1 on the left. They're on their left hash mark. Almost draw the offsides. There's a snap. They'll hand it to... They're going to hand it. I believe it's Gauss with the ball as it's going to be just some smash mouth football. They're going to keep pushing. And I believe that's enough for a first down.
First house on
Yep, it is Gauss on the carry and a gain of 5.
on down. First down. The first to Highland from around 39 behind. It was like 150 a night. For 3 or 5.
7 minutes here. A 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for the Cougars. Hedges with Dent in the backfield, trips on the right. Here's a snap. He's going to step back. It's a pass play. He's going to throw it down the middle, and it's brought down at the Milan 40-yard line. And that is Heath Feldkamp on the catch there.
And on the flames, they covered a first down.
That is a 20-yard pass for Heath Feldkamp. 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore just makes a catch up the middle. As we're going to get a whistle here. It's an official's timeout. Now for the chain crew. So chain crew is going to get set. Now we'll start the clock. 6:26 remaining. Cougars will break out into formation. They're marching down the field. Cripps on the left, one on the right. Gauss in the backfield. Hedges at shotgun, takes the snap, hands it to Gauss. Gauss going to sweep near. He's going to cut up the middle. He's going to keep driving. Nope, that is Levi Dent actually on the carry there. That was Levi Dent on the carry.
Or not. Henning. Mr. Henning.
Oh, let's see here. So it's a first down, so that was a 10-yard rush for Dent. So Levi Dent going to get a few more carries tonight. Got to develop him a little bit. You're not going to have Gauss next year. As here's a snap. They're going to hand it to Gauss this time. He cuts back towards this way. He's going to try and rush it up the middle. He's going to get about a 2-yard gain.
House the carry. Additionally bet by number 8. Landing tonight. Like a gain of 1 on the play versus Sunday.
Yeah, they'll go 1. Okay, 1 on that one. I was counting the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 9, 5:11. Cougars are taking up a lot of clock here as they're marching down the field, hopefully looking to get a scoring opportunity here. 29-yard line was the original line of scrimmage. They're not the 28. Here's a snap. They'll hand it to Gauss up the middle. He found a path. He's going to keep marching. He's going to get enough for a first down as they're going to keep pushing him. He's going to get a first down and some. About a 13-yard carry from Christopher Gauss.
Yeah, first down on the flag is first down.
Yep, 13. Like I said at the start of the season, Gauss is a guy that's almost guaranteed every play to give you yards, except for the occasional 0 and negative. But it's very rare. I mean, I could go back and look at all the stats I've sent to Mike Thomas at the Herald Wig. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to Gauss. He's going to sweep over to the right side. He's going to try and fight the sideline as he's going to get maybe a gain of 3 as a flag was flying from somewhere. That was a long flag. Where did that one come from? Where did that flag come from? It went over to the Milan sideline. So Gauss with no yards on the play. So we'll see what the calling is. Personal foul, face mask, defense. It'll be half the distance to the goal. And that will be a first down for the Cougars. They're in the red zone. And the Cougars with a chance to get on the board first here. Hedges will run it out. They break out into formation here. They're going to go twins over on the right, one on the left. Here comes a motion. Jet sweep, but they'll hand it off to Dent, who's up the middle. Touchdown, Highland! Levi Dent! A 6-yard carry for a touchdown at 4:08.
It's on the clock.
4:08 on the clock. Here's a snap for the two-point conversion. Hedges up the middle. As it was Gausen, he didn't get there. So no 2 points. So it'll be 6-0 the score, 4:08 remaining. We'll take a break and come back here with Highland Cougar football.
The Missouri State High School Activities Association is celebrating 100 years of student activity excellence. Since 1926, MISHA has championed student athletes, musicians, scholars, and performers across the state. Now in our centennial year, we're honoring a century of unforgettable moments, teamwork, and tradition. Visit misha.org/centennial to explore our history, relive iconic moments, and join the celebration. Show Me 100, celebrating a century of champions.
And we are back after the PSA from Misha. We'll have to play 2 more of those. We'll play them in the second half. At least I was told I only had to do 2, but I'm going to do 4 just to be on the safe side. I should have got that printed out, but hindsight's 20/20, you know. So 4:08, the Cougars get on the board first, as it is Levi Dent with a 6-yard run up the middle to get it 6-0. No 2 points as they try to run up the middle again. Not able to get it that time. And now Bards will kick things off here. As there's the kick, a good long kick as it goes off towards the right, as it'll go out of bounds and will be a penalty. So we'll see what the Oh, well, they're going to give him a big gain here as it's going to be placed at the 35-yard line. I think it's automatically the 35. I think in the NFL it's 45-yard line. If the ball goes out of bounds. I'm talking to the manager over here for the football team, for those of you who are listening in. Here's a snap. It's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle. He's got some room, but he's going to get wrapped up after a gain of about 1 there.
Hunter Reed.
So Hunter Reed on the carry there. It'll be a gain of 1. So the only pass I don't have is Severs' 1 reception for a big game, but that was on a wobbly fumble prevention play, as I'm going to call it, an interception play. Or an interception prevention play. I don't know how you describe that scenario. That's just a messed up scenario there. Milan will break onto formation, 2nd and 8, so they'll actually say a 2-yard carry. Here's a snap. He's going to look. He's going to fire it across. As it is thrown away, there was pressure on the quarterback as he got pushed down. Milan fans are looking for roughing the passer. As it was Brighton Johnson on the tackle on the quarterback. A 6'1", 200-pound sophomore. Offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and basketball player. That season's about to get ready to get underway in November. So they'll break out into formation now. They'll have 1 in the backfield. They're going to go twins on the left, 1 on the right. Still the 3-4 defense. He's going to step back. He's going to look. He's going to get chased down. It's Brighton Johnson once again. Here comes a flag. He's just going to throw it, and it's lost. So that is the 2nd passing attempt from Reed. So 4 passing attempts so far today from Reed. Only 2 for completion.
So Kyle Monterey again, now by 6. Their game with Clark County.
So Milan will get called for a hold, but the Cougars will not take it, as that will force a 4th and 8 situation, and Milan will head out to punt. 3:11 here. The Cougars have a chance to add some more points on the board, and of course, you have your first team return specialist, Porter Peters, in the backfield, all the way down near the 15-yard line, and we'll get a flag here. Flag from the back judge in the receiving area. What are we getting a flag for? Oh, illegal procedure on Milan. Why is the judge the furthest one away making the call there? That's it. He chucked that thing from South Shelby. Or actually, no, that was from the South. So he kind of threw that more from Philadelphia, Missouri. Here's a snap. There's the kick. A good long high kick as it's going to take a bounce. Porter Peters is going to come up. He's going to grab it. He's going to sweep away as he gets wrapped up and brought down.
3-yard punt.
And that's going to start the Cougars at their own 26-yard line after the Milan punt. But yeah, your Clarence Cannon Conference all-conference members this year. First team return specialist Porter Peters. Second team running back Chris Gauss. Second team linebacker Chris Gauss. And honorable mention offensive lineman Tyson Voth. So congratulations to all of them on their accomplishments this year. Hedges at shotgun, trips on the left, one on the right. Here's a snap, here's a screen pass as Peters is not able to get a good hand on it. That was a little just out of reach there. As that is Hedges' second pass attempt. So now it'll be 2nd and 10 here as they'll send it back out. Which, of course, it's cold weather tonight, so, catching is going to be, your hands are probably going to hurt a little bit from catching. I can't remember. I think you typically just don't want to wear gloves when you're catching in cold weather, but I can't truly remember. I never played football. Here's a snap. We'll get a flag. It'll probably be a legal procedure. Hopefully it's offsides, but no, it looks like it will go on Highland. Yep. So that'll drag them back. And that'll be 2nd and 15. There's a pair of substitutions. I couldn't see who. I know one of them was Ashton Schultz.
Xavier Santiago.
Santiago heads onto the field. Brock Schneider comes off. Hold on here. We get a whistle. And it will be a timeout. Highland High School. So we'll take a break and we'll be back here on the Lewis County Scoop.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
As we are back here, Remington Yates on the call here tonight on the Lewis County Scoops broadcast of the Class 1 District 8 playoff matchup between the Highland Cougars and the Milan Wildcats. Cougars hosting tonight's game. It is 2nd and 15 after a illegal procedure. Here's the handoff to Gauss. He's got a wide open room up the middle. Oh, he's gone. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Goodbye. Touchdown, Highland. Good Lord. So 21-yard line.
Yeah,
Cougars will break out. Gauss on a big carry there for a touchdown. 2:41 remaining in the first quarter. As I need a yardage on that play. Shotgun formation, though, for the two-point conversion here real quick. Here's a snap. Hedges is going to run it up the middle. And he gets it. So 14-0. Ronnie, what was the yardage on that one from the 21-yard line? Jeff? Started on the 21, how many yards?
Do what?
Started on the 21, how many yards?
79.
79, thank you. 79-yarder. And Dawson Hedges on the rush up the middle. We ain't really got time for a break. And Hedges will complete the two-point run up the middle to make it a 14-0 game here for the Highland Cougars. What a big night for the Cougars. As this time it looks to be Cooper Hinton to take the kick. There's a big boot right down the middle. As it takes a Milan bounce, but they weren't expecting it, and he'll be down at the 27-yard line. Oh, YouTube shouldn't be open. There we go. So now Milan will break out into formation here. They'll go trips on the right, one on the left. 3-4 defense for the Cougars. They'll put one in the backfield, so now it's 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Here's a snap. They'll throw it, and it's to his favorite receiver, the number 7 of Gunnar Sims. But it looks like he dropped it, so it'll be an incomplete pass.
Defense play number 10, he's out.
So Reed's 5th passing attempt will be incomplete. Milan in their huddle. No, they'll say it was complete. Okay.
Second. It's over.
2nd and 4, so a 6-yard receiving for Sims. 3-1 spread. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. Here's a run up the middle. He'll get stuffed up, but he'll bounce it. And it's enough for a first down. So Truitt on another carry there. 4-yard carry. It's enough for a first down. I'm going to say 4-yard carry there. As they'll break out the formation, trips on the right again. One on the left. Here's a snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to look for the passing play. He can't find it. Now he's going to just take it himself up the middle. He's got some opportunities. He's going to get a first down as he's finally brought down. It'll be a 10-yard rush. And some.
First and walk.
So they started on their own 47. They're now at the Highland 47. So 6-yard carry there for Reed. They'll break out into formation. They're going to go 4 receivers. 54 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. He's going to fake the handoff. He's got it himself. He's sweeping towards the near side. He's going to get wrapped up, brought down as he dives forward for a couple extra. It'll be a gain. 1, 2, 3-yard carry there for Reed. So the quarterback will go for a 3-yard carry there. As Milan's kind of doing a thing where they're trying to draw all the defensive players to one side of the field and run it back the other way and hopefully have some room open. At least that's what the last 2 plays have kind of resulted with. And of course, with the 3-4 defense, your play there is to have your defensive linemen open up gaps for your linebackers to get to the quarterback or to the run game. As 4, 3, 2, 1, that'll be an end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back here with the second quarter of Highland football here on the Lewis County Scoop Sports.
This broadcast is brought to you by Corks Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
We hope you all are having a wonderful Halloween. For those of you out trick-or-treating, listening in on the game, as I know you all are out trying to get some candy. The kiddos are trying to get candy. Of course, some people are interested in what's going on at the football game tonight, so thanks for tuning in. It's the second quarter of action. Here's a snap. They run up the middle. I don't even see who is the carrier. Shrewd on the carry. As it will go for a so a 2-yard gain there as it was 2nd and 7. Wildcats will break out into formation. 3-4 defense for the Cougars. Worked very well. Here's a handoff. He's going to get a gain of about 1. That was Truitt on the carry.
Brought down number 75, Brody Renier.
Brody Renier on the tackle. 4th and 4. So about a gain of 1. So now it's 4th and 4. Milan will look to go for it. Still got to watch out for that big target, number 7 of Gunnar Sims. And Milan will take a timeout. Cougars did not get drawn off sides. And so I believe that will force possibly a punt. But the Milan Wildcats will take a timeout. We'll take a break and come back.
Old Trapper beef sticks, 2 for $4. Save $4 on select Icon meats. Plus save $2 on Stoker's tubs. Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items. Let's go, Airco.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
This broadcast is brought to you by Cork's Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523.
Welcome back here on Lewis County Scoop. Milan went for it, and the quarterback had to rush, and he got the first down after escaping, just barely, though. He found the sideline and was able to sneak away. So that'll put it on the 12-yard line. I don't know what the carry there was. So now 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Wildcats. Which I don't blame the Wildcats for going on it there. You got to in this situation. You're down 14-0. It's 10-21 here in the second quarter. You got to get something going to get some momentum. Here's a snap. He's going to look. He's going to fire it. And it's dropped. It is picked up. They're going to call it a dead ball, though. As he was hit on the when receiving the ball, I didn't see who was receiving it. And we're going to probably get an injury timeout. We'll get you the player that was hit. He is down on the field. Feldkamp on the hit. As it's 40. I believe it's the number 14 walking off the field. That's Severs with a 14-yard reception. We'll put that in quotations. As he goes off the field, it will remain Milan ball. I figured that would have been a fumble. It's a loss of... No, it'll stay where it is. 2nd and 10. As it was incomplete for Reed. Although I really thought that was a fumble, but I think everybody thought, at least all the Cougar Nation thought it was a fumble. We'll break on the formation, 4 receivers. They'll hand it off up the middle. He's going to get wrapped up and brought down, and it's a gain of about 2. And it's Truitt. That is Truitt's 7th. That'll be 3rd and 8, so a 2-yard gain for Truitt there. Tell you what, it's a lot harder not having somebody to talk to on color, but we are working through it. Milan will break out. They're going to go twins on the left, one on the right, one on the back. Here's a snap. They actually went 2 on the right. Quarterback's going to roll it out. We got a flag. It's thrown to the end zone and through his hands, but there's a flag. And I think it's going to be a hold. Holding on Milan. Now it is 3rd and 7, so we'll see what Arnsman does here. So I'm not marking anything down until we see if they take it. Nope, it looks like they will accept it. So that will push back. And we'll make it a 3rd and long. 3rd and 18 on the penalty there. Two by two. Here's a snap. He's going to look. Quarterback's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to look. He's going to fire a deep one. Is it caught? They will say he received it. It was Sims on the So they will put it an 18-yard reception for Sims. He is the main target. And so now it will be a first down and goal at the 2-yard line. As Milan will look to get on the board. Here's a snap, the handoff, the run up the middle as he's met by his own offensive line, and the Cougars come up behind him. Threw it on the carry. He is brought down by Maddox Wade, the 55. And it's a loss on the rush for Truitt. I get you're excited. I'm excited too, but Milan will look to figure out what play next as they lost a yard on that carry. So now it's 2nd and 3 here. Long discussion. 3, 2, 1. So they will call a timeout. Not really sure what the play there was. You're forced to take a timeout. But hey, it gives us a break. We'll be back.
The Wild Tiger Boutique in Canton is your local game day boutique. They offer a curated collection of game day apparel and accessories for the entire family. Their collections include items for the home, jewelry and accessories, and an extensive line of apparel for local high school, college, and Greek life. Now's also the perfect time to check out their Valentine's collection. The Wild Tiger Boutique is open Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 2. Come in and see them in Canton or shop online at thewildtigerboutique.com, a proud supporter of the Canton Tigers. Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
As we are back here, they're breaking out into formation. Milan will take the snap. The quarterback's going to take it himself. Run up the middle. He's wrapped up from behind. He is short. Are they going to say a yard? It's going to be 4th. Gain of 1. It is 3rd down. Okay, I thought it was already 3rd down, but the guys are on top of it on the scoreboard. Reed on the carry. That's his 5th carry. And it is a gain of 1. For Reed. Oh, 3rd and 2. Or 3rd and goal on the 2-yard line. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. He's immediately taken down in the backfield on the handoff. That was Truitt giving the handoff as he is just swarmed up as we're going to have a timeout here. As Truitt is still on the ground. And so I think we'll take a break and we'll come back with an update.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
Let's go,
Snack and save this week at Airco. Snickers and Twix, 2 for $4.50. Haribo Gold Bears, 2 for $4. Tootsie Twin Bars and Butterfinger Bars, just 2 for $4. Dots Pretzels, 2 for $8. And don't forget Combo Stuffed Snacks, 2 for $5. Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items. Let's go, Airco.
let's go, Airco. Let's go, Airco. Let's go.
Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports.
Well, we are back here on the air. Truitt is still down the field. He's being tended to by our EMTs as he's now being sat up. We'll take another break. Just wanted to come in and give you an update. As we will be extending, we will be back after another quick break.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong.
As we are back, Truitt is being assisted. He's walking under his own power, but is being assisted off the field by Milan trainers and coaches and the EMTs here. Again, big thank you to Lewis County Ambulance District, providing an ambulance every single week out here. 7:07, 14-0 your score. The Highland Cougars held off the Milan Wildcats as it is now 4th and 5, or 4th and goal on the 5-yard line. So that is a loss of, as here's a step back. The quarterback's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to look. He's going to fire to the end zone as it's swatted away, and here comes a flag. I think they might call pass interference. I don't see it, though. But it is their call to make. We'll see what the flag is for. Pass interference, defense. I didn't really see it myself. I just saw some really good battle for the ball, but that is their call to make. I give my opinion. They have theirs, and that's all there is to it. Their decision's final. So now 7 minutes remaining. They have a new set of downs, as it's going to be 1st and 3. Or 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. So they've got 4 attempts, a big break for the Milan Wildcats there. They'll break out, trips on the left, one on the right. Sims is on the right. Here's a snap. Quarterback's going to step back. He's going to look. He's rolling out to the near side. He'll spin across. He's cutting back across to the far side. He's going to fire. Here comes a flag, and it's caught by Sims. As there is a flag, but I think it will go against the Cougars. We'll see what the official calling is here. And it's either going to drag it back or Sims comes across and made the catch there, but we'll see. Personal foul. A blindside block, as that's going to drag back the Wildcats, as those points will be denied for the Wildcats yet again. Boy, that sets them back.
On the 3-yard line, now they're.
So started on the 3-yard line. That penalty will bring them back
To the 20.
to the 18-yard line. Here's a snap. Quarterback's going to look. He's going to fire it deep. Sims wide open, but nowhere. The ball was just a little far, and an incomplete pass. And that is a turnover on downs for the Cougars. So they get the stop. A little conundrum, as we wasted a lot of time with a Milan possession in the red zone. So now 6:27 remaining. It's still 14-0. The Cougars have the ball. They're going to start on their own 18 or 17. I guess the 18-yard line. Yeah, 18-yard line. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. The carry's by Dent. He finds a lane. He'll run it up. And it's a carry of Where's Dent? Here's Dent. That's his third carry, a gain of 2. Well, they'll say 3. 1, 2. Yeah, they gave him 3, so Dent gets a 3-yard carry there. A breakout in the formation, trips on the left, one on the right. Hedges in the backfield with, I believe, Dent. Here's a snap. Hedges is going to take it himself. He's going to come towards the near sideline. He's got a man to beat. He's got the sideline. And he'll get dragged out of bounds after a big first down run by Dawson Hedges. Big. Started on the 20-yard line, now the 46 on the other side. "34-yard run from Dawson Hedges. The kid's got legs. I have said it from the start of this season when the Mark Twain game happened. Dawson Hedges does not look like a sophomore playing quarterback. He just does not. He looks like he has started his whole career. Hedges at shotgun. Here comes a motion across. Here's a snap. They'll fake the handoff, but they will hand it off to Dent. He's got a lane up the middle. He's got a man in front of him, and he'll get brought down as it's another first down here from Dent. It's a first down. It started on the 46. Now it's down to the 26. So a 20-yard gain from Dent. The sophomore running back is definitely going to get some reps today. You've got to give him some development time. You've got to give him some attempts. So Dent in the backfield again. Here's a snap. Hedges is going to look to fire. He's looking. He's going to fire up the middle. It's caught by the 17 of Brock Schneider. It's on the 15-yard line. Started on the... An 8-yard gain. As he wasn't even written down. 17. Schneider. As there's a handoff, it's a Porter Peters touchdown. There's a flag on the play. Oh, that might bring it back. All right. What was Schneider's receiving?
Gain of 8 yards.
8 yards. Thank you. I don't know why I wrote 17. 8. Probably because it was on the 17-yard line. That brings it back, though. Holding against the Cougars. Oh, just whenever you get a big play, the offensive lineman. It's the old stereotype, the old joke in football. I watch way too much sports TikTok. It's always the joke. It's like, you don't have to do this, but I must. The offensive linemen, though, have been working hard. They've given Dawson Hedges a lot of room to breathe back there. And hopefully they'll do it here again. Trips on the right. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. A run up the middle from Levi Dent. As he is met by Sims. That's enough for a first down. So a fresh set of downs for the Cougars. 17-10. So a 7-yard carry for Dent. Dent has put up some yards. Gauss has also put up yards. If you want to listen to the stats, here you go real quick. Dent, 10, 6, 3, 27. Christopher Gauss, 5, 1, 13, 0, 29. Or no, 79. It was 79. I had a little zig at the end there. Hedges is going to take it up himself up the middle. He sweeps over to the far side. Touchdown, Highland. It's Dawson Hedges on the run. His third rushing attempt is a 10-yard touchdown. 3:13 in the second. Makes it 20-0 Highland. They'll break out. They'll look to go for two. Two in the back. There's a snap. They'll hand it to Gauss. He's going to go to the far sideline. Nobody's there to get him. Touchdown. Or, well, 2 points. I'm getting caught up in the excitement. 22-0 now your score. We'll take a break. We'll get calmed down. We'll be back after this.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong.
Yeah, we are back. We're going to try and get you some football scores from across the area. Mainly interested in that Palmyra-Clark County game, a rematch. As we are back here, 3:13 in the half, 22-0 your score. Highland will kick it off. It's a little squib kick as it rolls, but it will go out of bounds. As it goes out of bounds at the 37. So we'll see where this gets placed, because typically it puts you on the 35. 2, 3, 4. So 5. District tournament brackets. Let's take a look here and see. Well, I probably don't want to look at the Misha website. Class 2 District 7. I need 7. Nope, I didn't need Class 3. Milan will have the offense now. They'll look to try and get something going. They'll have to take a timeout, though, as I think they kind of ran out of time or need some more discussion. Let's see. District, we got nothing for scores, so we'll go to our other reliable friend, Max Preps. Milan takes yet another timeout. We'll stay on the air for this as I try and get you some scores from across the area. We'll just try and get you some generic scores. We'll see what we got out there. Of course, all the other district games for Class 1 District 8 are buys. This is a 5-team district. Highland and Milan play here in the first round to determine who will go play good old Putnam County and take on the Midgets. LMNO. Where's my search tab? Here we go. Well, here come the Milan Wildcats back out. Hey, just remember, if you love football and you want to watch more football, Culver Stockton plays tomorrow night. Varsity football. Here's a snap. He's going to take it himself. This time it's actually Sims going to take the snap as he'll get a gain of about 2. I don't know why I was trying to hold my breath there. Yep, they'll give him 2 on that play. I ain't got a score here for Palmyra-Clark County. Probably. Kind of wish Missouri would find a way to be able to have like a score. You know, you got Max Preps. It's a website out there that people could use. Schools have to assign a scorekeeper. I don't know why we just don't do that. We don't need specific stats. We just need scores. There's a snap. They'll hand it off. The running back's going to get it. He's going to rush it up. It's Truitt again. Pretty big carry there for Truitt. Actually, that wasn't Truitt. That was the 83 of Kevin DeReich. The 83 of Kevin DeReich on the carry there. That's an interesting one. So he'll get a carry. So about a 5-yard carry there for DeReich. There's a snap. He's going to run up the middle. As he is immediately met by Brock Schneider, who, the way that looked, it looked like he kind of overhead suplexed him to get the tackle. He's going to be 1 yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1 for Milan. As not sure who had the carry there.
7.
So Sims on the carry there as he takes over at quarterback. It's no longer Hunter Reed. It's now Sims. Which he's marked down as a receiver, a quarterback, a full safety, and a corner. So they're going to look to go for it. You're either going to try and draw them off sides or go for it. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. He's immediately met and stopped. The Cougars will force a turnover on downs. And it was DeReich again on the carry. So no gain there. And a turnover on downs.
This is
39 seconds and a half. Cougars are up 22-0.
See if we can get another touchdown within the
As the Cougars are going to maybe look to get one more score in before the half. 39 seconds. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off to Gauss. Gauss up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's going to cut across the field. He's got a man to beat. He gets around him. He's got a couple more that are cutting across. He'll get by them. 10, 5, touchdown, Christopher Gauss. Are you kidding me? Welcome back, Christopher Gauss, your first game back. It's a 49-yarder.
Let's go, Chris. Chris later. I'm cold. That's what.
Hey, Deputy Slater's in the building. Second quarter, 27.
Within
It's now 28-0.
second.
Gauss on a 49. There's a snap. Hedges is going to fire. Wide open. Schultz caught for the 2 points. $30-0 to score. So a 2-point pass from Hedges will send it 30-0. We got 27 seconds left. I've already ran through all my ads. Let's stay on the air. So the Cougars are up 30-0.
Score thing.
Scoring record, singles or the season or game high this year. Game high this year, 30 points.
Average 20 points per game.
Yeah, 20 points per game. It was about 24, I think, was you guys had 24 one game. You know what? Here, let's take a look. You know what? There's a reason why I bring this tablet now, because then I can go back and look. So we'll set up for the kick here. 27 seconds. Milan comes back out as well. They've got another chance here. They got 27 seconds, but they've used up all their timeouts. They'll have to try and get out of bounds and at least get some kind of a score here in this first half. We'll get a whistle here. Legal procedure, and we'll go on Highland. Well, you're up 30-0. Highest score this year for the Highland Cougars was 22 points. 22. Well, it was 22 against South Shelby, and now it's 30.
Correct.
I'm getting there. We'll get there. I was trying to tell the story. Let me paint the picture. It's my job. Cooper Hinton with the kick. Low kick as that's going to roll. It gets past the 30. Milan's not able to get it as it's fumbled away or muffed. And the Highland Cougars receive it. It's Porter Peters on the recovery.
Go!
Highland will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line and will force Milan to be back on the defense.
What football?
All the
And then get back.
well, you've got 25 seconds to get one more play in. But at this rate, I'm going to say you got 25 seconds to make as many plays happen. Highland still has 2 timeouts. 12 seconds on the play clock. You're up 30-0. The last time the Highland Cougars left at halftime up was against Scotland County. There's a double handoff. It went to Denton to Gauss. He cuts up the middle on the near sideline. He'll go forward, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down. So starts at the 26 and it ends 26 and it ends on the 9-yard line. So a 17-yard carry for Gauss. 6 carries for Gauss today. Actually, no, that's 7 attempts today. Only 1 was not for any gain. And I'm so glad I brought more technology. I got so much room to work with here. So 17 seconds. Highland takes a timeout. 30-0 the score. Gauss with a 17-yard carry is enough for a 1st down in the red zone. And it's 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Cougars will break out into formation. Hedges at shotgun with Gauss behind him. Here's a shift. They'll hand it to Porter Peters, who's going to cut up in towards the middle. And touchdown, Highland. Porter Peters on a rush, a 9-yard rush. Let's see, 0-11 on the time. Now it's 36-0. Jeters on the left side went up. And now they're going to try and go for 1 here with Hinton to give him some points here. Here's the snap. It's a high one. Hinton will put it up, but it's off to the right.
That's fine.
So Peters with a 9-yard rush will go 36-0 with 11 seconds, and they'll kick it off yet again.
Right.
We'll just stay on the air. 36-0. The Cougars must be feeling pretty good right about now. Your whole season, constant heartbreak, constant struggles, and you're heading into the half up 36-0. I can't think off the top of my head what the score against Scotland County was, but I remember they were up at halftime against Scotland County. And Scotland County came back out, changed the I formation, just continued to shove the ball down the Cougars' throat and showed wear and tear on the Cougars as they were tired and worn out and were able to win that game. As now the Cougars will head out up 36-0 possibly, unless they somehow find another chance to score again. I think if they score 1 more, that means we'll get a running clock in the second half. Is it 40 for a running clock? As it's a squib kick, onside kick. And the Cougars will get it back again. I don't even see who received it. I think I figured it out, though. I think it was Connor Bartz on his own ball. But it is a recovered at the 50-yard line. And the Cougars, with 11 seconds and one timeout, have a chance. It looks to go up by 40
By 11 seconds.
within 11 seconds. This is, wow. I figured you just kind of just, oh, we're up 36-0. Let's go to half. Well, Cougars have just figured out, let's just go for it. They're going to hand it to Gauss. He cuts up the middle. He's finding the sideline. He tries to stay in bounds. He'll step out at the, that's his 8th attempt on carries. 32. Where'd my phone go? Need my calculator. An 18-yard carry there for Gauss. And he steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 6 seconds. They'll head back out. It looks like they'll go twins on the left, one on the right. Here's a snap. Hedges will hand it to Gauss again. Gauss up the middle. He's going to keep going. And I think that's enough for a first down, but that will be the half. The Cougars are up 36-0. We'll take a break at halftime. We'll read off some stats. We'll be back for the halftime show brought to you by Phillips Heating and Cooling.
Let's go Air Cool.
Do you need a boost? Get your 5-hour energy shots just 2 for $4.99. How about Jack's Link's Jumbo Steaks 2 for $7 or Gardetto's 2 for $6? Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. This broadcast is brought to you by Cork's Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523. This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
Welcome back here to the Class 1 District 8 playoff game. As we are entering the halftime show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. I'm your play-by-play Richie Ace here tonight. Joining me for the halftime, well, I would say halftime interview, but I guess we're just going to kind of talk about what you've seen. The PA man, Jeff Inning, also my color man. As Jeff, pretty good night for the Highland Cougars so far, as the last time they left the half at first was against Scotland County in a home game where they fell 37-20. And now they're up 36-0 over the Milan Wildcats.
They came out physical. Like that was one of that three. The defensive ends were beating the tackles off pretty good, and they get around the tackles pretty easy. Quarterback was getting hit a little bit from watching over the sideline there. There's a few of them injured. I know they had to switch to Sims in at quarterback, but they've been very physical. I mean, even like Heath Feldkamp on the corner, a couple of their passes looked like they were going to be fine, and he just hit him and jarred it loose. And at first I was kind of worried because after that third down and 15, and Gauss kicked the ball like 15 times up in the air, looked like he was setting it for volleyball, and that kid came in and caught the ball. I was like, man, I guess it was the Seavers kid. I was like, oh, this is not good. But
I did not know how to describe that. I was like, Gauss fumbles in it.
it's like
he's fumbling with it.
He's gonna pick it. It's tipped. He tips it again. He falls down. He's still tipping it. Look like when you're playing.
Seavers just comes in and just grabbed it midair and got brought down. I don't know who grabbed him there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Gauss and somebody else kind of assisting.
Would probably have been the picture of the year watching him jump across him to get that ball.
Oh my gosh. I hope the KHQA guy got that. He's here tonight. I think he's the only media guy here tonight.
That would be one to see though. That was just.
I'd have to ask him if he's got that tonight. But I mean, Dawson Hedges has put up a night too. He's got 3 rushing attempts. He's put up, I think, 4 passing attempts. 2 of them complete. One to Feldkamp for a big 20-yard one. Feldkamp just up the middle, got a good hand on it, brought it in. And then Brock Schneider with an 8-yard carry. Schneider's been impressive at the tight end position.
Everybody's contributing. I mean, it's not just one person. So, I mean, we've had some big plays with Chris, but I mean, at the same point, Dawson's had some good runs. Levi Dent's had some good runs.
So I was about to get into I was going to go into the rushing. I was kind of starting with the passing, and Hedges, of course, he's the one leading the offense overall, being in the pocket and just commanding things. But when you look at it, Dent with 7 attempts or 5.
It's like about 46 yards rushing on 5 attempts.
Yeah, about.
Put up about 9 a pop, and then that's like even Hedges. He's got 3 carries for 50 yards. So I mean, they're getting things done. I mean, I think this is one of those games where the schedule we play, where it's more physical.
It's made you better. You played a much tougher schedule. I think overall that's made you better. And I've said when you play a tough schedule, even if you walk out without a win, I think that has made you a tougher team. If you that's what I like about the Missouri districts. You develop as the season comes. This team was so young when it started. It was not like we've seen how tired they would get. In the Scotland game, they left up at half and they came back out. They were tired, and Scotland County changed that I formation and just shoved the ball down the Cougars' throat all night long, and you just saw how tired the Cougars were tonight. But now you're at the end of the season. You've played teams like Centralia, Macon, Monroe City, Palmyra. You've played all these tough schools, and this team does not look like they're tired. They're leaving at halftime up 36-0 and just look ready for this game.
Well, and like a lot of the naysayers, talk about, well, Highland's not very good, but it's a lot of it's just the schedule they play.
Yeah.
I mean, you get out of conference, and it's a totally different team because you have more confidence because you have just as many people as the other team you're playing, and we're same size, they're kind of a young group. I mean, there's not a whole lot of seniors on that team for Milan team. But it's consistency because you're playing not really even talent, but you're playing people on the same level. Like they're struggling, Highland's struggling. It comes down to who wants it more. And if you start off like Highland did, that makes it Milan's like, oh, it's another one of those games. Like, I mean, if Milan came out and scored quick, you'd have that whole doubt in your head and it'd probably be flipped around. But I mean, this is good for them to get that feeling and just enjoy and try to build off of that.
And I'll say Milan did start off. They kind of marched down the field, and the Cougars got the stoppage that they needed, got the ball to turn over on the fumble there on the far sideline, and flipped the field, marched down the field, scored. Now, we did have that long attempt by Milan in the second quarter to try and score there, where it kind of got dragged back. It started in the first. The drive started in the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Milan got stuck down in the red zone.
We were trying to figure that out because they called the pass. It was 4th and goal from the 2. They called the pass interference, and I'd always thought it was a first down automatically. I'll have to ask some of the officials how that works because
it was a first down.
It went from 4th and goal from the 5. They moved it to the 2, but it's made it 4th down, and then they threw the touchdown pass, and when he kicked back around, they got a blindside block when Brighton was chasing him, so that backed him up to the 14. So I was like, okay, it's 1st and goal from the 17. They left the 4th down up. I'm like, well, I'm not going to say it over the air that it's first down, so I'm just going to let us go ball to 17-yard line. So
it was a confusing time, but the Cougars got the turnover on downs there, and they brought the ball all the way down. I think they scored on that drive too.
They've been getting really good pressure off the defensive ends. There was a little stretch there where the defensive ends were coming in, and they got inside on Reed where they need to stay on his outside shoulder, and that sprung him loose a little bit.
Yeah, there was a couple times I noticed this. Reed, when he was getting kind of pressured, he'd run out, and the whole defense would shift with him. Then he'd cut back, and he had wide open room, and he'd run. And he did that like a couple times.
That's the only bad part about playing with the 3 linemen. I mean, you have 8. You drop 8 in coverage. I mean, not really dropping 8 in coverage, but you have three-man pass rush. There's a lot of open lanes. So,
like I've said earlier, the 3-4 defense is set up for your linemen to open up that gap and have your linebackers get at the quarterback and apply pressure, or get at the running back if he's coming up the middle. It's to help the stuff up that middle and maybe get at the quarterback if it's a pass play. But again, Milan has done it a couple times where they'll put out the 4 receivers and immediately, which of course I know you people can't see, but I've said it takes 2 of your linebackers that you need in that middle and puts them out on the 2 receivers. So you got your 2 corners, but you ain't got anybody for those 2 receivers they set out. And again, you can't sit there and go, oh, well, that guy's not going to catch it. You've got to treat everybody like they can catch a ball tonight, because it is it's pretty much a new season for everybody, it seems like. I mean, it's district playoffs, yes, and you've played a lot of games this year, but it's pretty much a new season for everybody.
So, like right now, excuse me, right now you're
good?
coming into, Kylan gets the ball coming out. So try to run some clock. It's going to be running clock for the second half.
Oh, it is going to be running clock.
Yep,
Okay.
It was just like everything that could go wrong for Milan did. Highland took advantage of those breaks where, the week before when Clark had that fumble, we weren't able to take advantage of their mistakes. Where this week we have been taking advantage of the mistakes. So.
And I'd say this much, looking at Milan at the end, they looked so defeated after the onside kick recovery that they were just like, man, we got to stay. Like the defense was just looking so tired and worn out. Like, man, we got to come back out.
Well, like I said, it's just a very, very this is the. We don't ever notice how physical we play because of the physicality the other teams bring to us.
Yes. I mean, the Clarence Cannon Conference, as the Ty Kaiser, my color commentator for the Making Game, said, the Clarence Cannon Conference is smash mouth football. It is a lot of run it up the middle, run it up the gut, and just smash into the line and just get some yards. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's all across the conference. Almost every team runs a run style offense, mostly with a few passes thrown in there. And so, I don't really know how the Grand River Conference is, but this has seemed like a very physical game to Milan that they've got to adjust to.
They get Brookfield, they get Putnam, who went like right if things stay the way it is right now. We'll travel to Putnam County next week. Be a very tough game. I mean, Putnam beat them 55-0 last week, I think it was last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago.
But well, thanks, Jeff, for the time. It's about 5:10. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll come back again in a little bit. I'll talk up some more stats, and we'll be back after this.
Let's go,
Do you need a boost? Get your 5-hour energy shots just 2 for $4.99. How about Jack's Link's Jumbo Steaks, 2 for $7, or Gardetto's 2 for $6? Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. This broadcast is brought to you by Cork's Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523. This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's gas station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri. From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
And we are back here. It's 1:26 remaining at halftime as 36-0 your score. The Highland Cougars are up. As I believe I've been told, we will have a running clock for the second half. And so this will be the end of the halftime show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. This is a Class 1 District 8 playoff game for a chance to move on and take on the Putnam County Midgets next week. Friday, November the 7th. It's also QU's home opener season for basketball, men's basketball. So I'm a little disappointed in that because I kind of want to go see how Preston Brewer would do in the season opener for Quincy University. But I'll just have to check up on it after the game is over with, as we will be probably broadcasting the Putnam County game. We're going to make a bit of a road trip. That's probably be the longest road trip. Also, it's probably going to be on the worst roads, I think. Man, I wish I was rich and had a private helicopter. I knew I'd get him to laugh. I knew I'd get one out of him. I did. Well, we got 11 seconds, 10 on the halftime clock. I don't know if we're going to do a warm-up clock, though. We'll see. That's the halftime clock where zeros across the board. Need 3 minutes. And 3-minute warm-up. Okay, let's look at some upcoming events. All district band and jazz band auditions in Moberly on November 3rd. Wow, it's November tomorrow. I just realized that. Monday, November 3rd. Tuesday, November 4th, 8th grade girls and boys basketball. Wow, we're at junior high basketball already. Oh, college basketball's already started, and we're not even done with college football. Culver Stockton will take on the Central Methodist Eagles tomorrow, 12 o'clock kickoff. Tune in on the broadcast tomorrow at 11 o'clock for the Game Day on the Hill pregame show. On the Wildcat Network, you'll go to cscwildcats.com, the athletic page. You'll click on the Wildcat Network up in the top tab, and it'll take you right to the show. And wait till 11 o'clock. We'll be on the air with Connor Gillock and Kai Maurice. Corey Stott will be your play-by-play from KMEM Radio. Thank you to Corey for doing the play-by-play for the Wildcat Network this year for football as he takes over. Hey, you know what? We got a minute 50. I need a bit of a break. This has been your halftime show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We'll be back with your sponsors and halftime action. We'll be back.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
And we are back. What was that score for the Palmyra game? 54-18 Palmyra at halftime. And Mark Twain 28-6 over Mark Twain at half. Cougars are coming back from halftime. It is a 36-0 lead for the Cougars as they will have a running clock for the entire second half as the Cougars will look to shut down the Milan Wildcats and walk out of here with the win, as they will receive the ball first. And the offense has been very, what's the word I'm looking for? Effective. There we go. Jeez. I think I've been doing this all my life. And here I am up here still stumbling over words every now and again. I am human, however. Done this since 2019, really. Started in, or actually, no, I started in 2020. I didn't do it in 2019 on my, started my freshman year, but I did it right before COVID, called a few basketball games right before COVID happened at Culver Stockton College. And now we're here calling high school football. Porter Peters, the first team return specialist for the conference, Clarence Canyon Conference this year. As here comes Milan to kick off. It is the 30. I can't see. It's a short kick. And to fall on it, I think, was Heath Feldkamp. I didn't see who took the kick there. I think 73? I don't know who took that kick. So 1st and 10 from Highland's 32-yard line. 31-yard line. And so now we will have a continuous running clock no matter what. Cougars will break out into formation. Heath Feldkamp's going to come over on the left side. They're going to go trips on the right. Here's a snap. Hedges will hand it to Dent. Dent's going to run it up the middle. He's going to drag a few guys with him. They're going to keep trying to push him forward. He's going to get about a 4-yard carry. That's 5-yard gain. I think that's what I said. Did I say 5-yard, Gary? So Levi Dent with his 6th attempt on the day. He's gained a yard every attempt. And they'll go same formation. Trips on the right, one on the left. Hedges at shotgun with a back in the... He's going to pass, though, this time. He's going to step up. He's going to try and get out, and he will get sacked for a loss of 6. So I think we'll go... So a loss of 6. Gosh, I'm trying to find a good place for my microphone. I'm breathing heavy up here for some reason. Probably because I got this thing zipped up all the way. All right. 9:50 remaining, 36-0. Here's the snap. Hedges going to look. He's going to fire it and almost intercepted as it's dropped. And now it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Cougars. And that was his 4th passing attempt today. And it looks like they're going to send out the punt unit. So not a great start. Cougars got to get some rust built off of them, I guess. Didn't think they'd get much rust from going and sitting in the locker room. Schultz will take the punt. Good little punt. It'll go past the 50. It'll take a Milan bounce, but then it'll bounce Highland into Milan, and they'll field it at the Milan 47. 47 penalty flag. Well, this might be good news for the Cougars. Let's see what happens. Flag on the play. It's a punt. Personal foul on Milan. And that will drag the ball back, so Milan will now have worse field position on that. It will remain a Milan ball. And they'll start on their own 32 instead of their own 47. Milan going to break out into a quick formation as it's 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Here's a snap, a little fumbling around. They'll little flip off as it's Sims on the carry. Well, yeah. I don't know if we call that a pass or we just call that a, I'll say a rush. Sims on it, and it's a gain of about 5. As who's now at quarterback? Because it wasn't Sims that did that. Sims had been taken over at quarterback. As it was Truitt at one time, it looks like they've gone to Raphael Sivers. And Junior, he'll take the snap, he'll hand it off, and it's knocked away. We got a fumble. And they're saying it's a Cougar football. They come up with it. As it's Cooper hitting to force it. I don't really know how to rule that, but it's a fumble. So Cougars take over. Now they have really good field positioning. They'll start on 1st and 10 on the Milan 30-yard line. Hedges will come out. He's got momentum swinging his way. Let's see if they can get something going here. You know, they'll probably maybe do a couple rushing plays before they probably will go to a pass game, but we'll see what happens here. Here's a snap. They'll fake the handoff. It's Dawson Hedges taking himself. He's running it up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's got the far sideline. He's all by himself.
No, I don't.
They might say he's short. He knocked over the pylon, but I don't know if they say he stepped out of bounds beforehand. I think they will say he did. So it was a 30-yard run or a 29-yard run since it stopped on the 1, started on the 30, ended on the 1. So yeah, 39 yards from Dawson Hedges. So now it's 1st and goal on their 1-yard line, on the Milan 1-yard line. They'll break out into formation. Dawson Hedges showing off his legs once again. Cougars break out into formation. Trips on the left, 1 on the right. 1 back in the field. It's Levi Dent. Hedges takes a snap. He's going to look. It's going to be a screen pass, but it's deflected, and it's grabbed by Brock Schneider. It's caught. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? Brock Schneider on a deflected screen pass for a 1-yard reception and for the touchdown. It's 440 or 450 is what I'll say for the touchdown. As the kick is no good. So 4:09 and counting. The Cougars are up 42-0. We'll take a break and be back.
Attention all former athletes and sports fans. It's time to get back in the game. Become an official. It's a great part-time income and you get back in the game. Start today by finding out how. Contact the Misha office by calling 573-875-4880 or visiting misha.org.
Thank you to the PSA from Misha. We are in need of officials, so make sure to, if you are a former player, it wouldn't hurt. Maybe do it. Sign up to be an official. I wouldn't. I'm stuck up here in the press box. 2:57 and counting in the third quarter. Highland will kick off after a 1-yard pass to Brock Schneider that was deflected for a touchdown. Milan goes to the far sideline. It is the 7 of Gunnar Sims as he'll finally get brought down at his own 40-yard line. Cade Walton on the tackle. I don't know why I put away the other headset because I'm going to need it for when I have to interview Coach Hernsman, but I will bring it back out. Because we did say we were going to interview Hernsman no matter the result at the end of the day. So here comes Milan's offense back on the field. 2:10, 42-0 your score. As a continuous clock, you've got, there's the handoff as he breaks a tackle and he's brought down. Gunnar Sims will not gain any. And that is his 4th rushing attempt on the day. Brody Rainier getting a hand on him. 2nd and 12, so a loss of 2 for Sims. Brody Rainier, I'm excited to see how he does in wrestling this year. The sophomore. .5'11", 265 sophomore, offensive lineman and defensive lineman. As the Cougars will remain with their 3-4 defense that they have adjusted to. Here's a snap. They're going to flip it off to Sims as he breaks a few tackles, and he will spin but get wrapped up from behind and brought down after about a 5-yard gain, I would say. And I'm going to call that one a pass completion. I don't know who the quarterback is, though. As 47 seconds. Here comes the quarterback now. It's the 14 of Raphael Sivers.
And at any rate, you like hidden spread, single setback.
Here's a snap. Sivers might take it himself. He will up the middle. He's getting chased down. He cuts across, and big tackle comes across the field. That was Christopher Gauss on Sievers. 2-yard carry for Sivers as Gauss just comes in, makes a big hit on Sivers. And that will be the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back here with the fourth quarter. The Cougars are up 42-0.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com. When fall arrives and you're searching for the perfect pumpkin, head to Autumn Harvest Farms just off Highway 24 in West Quincy. With pumpkins, family fun, and more, it's the place to be this autumn. Returning this fall. Don't miss it.
When we are back, I'm still trying to figure out who the player of the game might be tonight. You got all sorts of candidates tonight. You got one ahead of the rest, but even then, there's still some other guys that could argue their way to a player of the game. I didn't name one last week. I kind of forgot about that. Here's a snap as Sims as he'll run it up the middle. It'll be enough for a first down on a 4-yard carry. So his 5th rushing attempt. Sims will get 5 yards. And enough for a Wildcat first down. Severs comes back with the play. 11:33 remaining. 42-0 the score. The Cougars lead. As at this rate, the Cougars will probably go to play Putnam. Here's a snap. Severs will flip it out to Sims. He's going to run it. He gets dragged back. We'll get a flag here. We'll see. I thought he grabbed onto the arm, but I think they might say, they're going to say a horse collar here. I thought he grabbed him by the arm there. But they will say a horse collar. He might have grabbed onto an arm and used his other hand to grab the horse collar, but again, though, I'm all the way up here. The officials are right down there. I just see a mass of bodies, and I just see an arm get pulled back. That's all I saw. It will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats after the horse collar. That will put them on the Cougar 27. Here's a snap. He's getting drashed down by 2 Cougars. Don't want to hear it. I messed up. Oh well. But the quarterback will get sacked. Severs will take a sack for a loss of 7. $9:50 remaining, 42-0. We'll get a whistle. Miles going to take a timeout. 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Milan showing no timeouts on her board, but that's the first one they'll take at the half. I think somebody didn't reset the timeouts. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and be back.
Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
And we are back here, 9:33. Milan takes their first time out of half as they are set up 2nd and 17 after a 7-yard sack. Or a sack for a loss of 7. Not really sure how the language is for that one. There's a snap. He's going to look. He's going to fire. And it's intercepted and dropped. Who had their hand? Travis Waggy had the hand on the ball. He almost had, he took it, almost looked like a few steps with it, but he dropped it. Which he is. I'll give Waggy the credit of this. He's in a hand cast. So I don't really know how he was going to catch that. If he'd have made that catch, you start the ESPN theme song, Sports Center theme song. There's a top 10 play of the week right there. 42-0. Sims takes the snap. He's going to fire it again. It is incomplete. So now it'll be 4th and 17. They're just kind of throwing it around. So Sims. 1, 2. That was what, 2 passing attempts? Neither complete. So yeah, 2, 1 almost intercepted, and 1 incomplete. Because he's just kind of throwing it up in the air. Just trying to get a first down at this point. As the 3-4 defense has really worked for the Cougars tonight. Shut down a good chunk of the run game. Oh, 7:40 remaining and counting, 42-0. There's a snap. Sims steps back. He's going to just fire it up in the air again. There is a man wide open. Overshot and out of bounds, but there is a flag. And that might go against the Cougars. We'll see. Oh, what? No, they'll say roughing the passer. Huh? So I was right. It will go against Highland.
Yes.
I don't think it's enough for a first down, though.
Yeah.
Or is it a wow? Is it a huh?
I know shucks.
Well, that's a predicament. Well, they're saying automatic first down. Huh. Even though I don't think it made it past the first down marker, but I guess it's just an automatic set of downs. So 1st and 10 from the Highland 21. Here's a snap. Sims going to run it up himself up the middle as he gets stopped, but it's enough for a first down. Yeah, Sievers recovers a fumble. But I'll give Sims the carry for. Started on the 18, so then the 8, so it is a 10-yard carry for Sims. So now the Wildcats are knocking on the door. We'll see if the Cougars will get another big stop here in the red zone, as they have yet to shut out anybody this year. They have been shut out once this year. Here's a snap. Sims runs it up the middle. He's got some room. He cuts across. He's going to get wrapped up and brought down. Oh, he broke free again. Or no, there was another fumble recovery.
I didn't even notice it.
Wow.
Didn't even notice that.
Sims on the initial carry. That'll be 2nd and I don't even know how to really mark that.
I didn't notice.
So that was at the 8-yard line. He probably fumbled that at like the 5. So I'll give him 3.
is at the 3. On the 3-yard line of Highland. I got it. It's on the 3. And a spread formation again.
Here's a snap. Sims takes it. He's running it up the middle.
Seems like
They're saying there's a fumble.
not reaction behind the player.
Allen's either saying he's short or they got a fumble recovery. And they got a fumble recovery.
Yes.
Hey, if you're interested, the coaches show from KMEM Radio will be on the air after this. But of course, we'll do our post-game show, then we'll call into KMEM, and I'll talk some Highland football and Culver Stockton football. So, been doing that the last couple of weeks. So, and of course, Monday you'll have to check out Muddy Night Lights on Muddy River News live on Monday, 7 to 9. So the Cougars will start. Not a great starting point as they are starting on their own 1-yard line. Schultz looks to be at quarterback. He's going to snap, hand it off. They're going to rush it up the middle. I think it'll stay the same. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Starting on the 1-yard line again. Could have resulted in a safety there. You got to get this thing out.
At least 10 or 20.
You've got to get this thing out. You got 2:42 remaining. You're going to have a continuous clock. Plus, Milan starts calling their timeouts. Here's a snap. That one is bad and can't get it. And Milan will get a touchdown. Who got it? Who got it? 83, they say. Kevin DeReich. Well, 6-yard touchdown. Or, well, I don't really know how to rule that. I'm going to guess bad snap. All right, bad snap. Fumble recover.
Hold on.
42-6. We're going to get a whistle here. Milan will take a timeout on a extra point. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go 1:45 on the time for that. As well, we'll just stay on the air. 1:38 remaining. Milan up, or Highland up. We're the Battle of the Land. Highland, Milan. If they would have just added an D at the end of their name, you'd have the Battle of Land. But it is a battle of two different cats. Now, before this game, Milan was 2-0 versus Highland since 2010. Games were played in 2014 and 2015. So it's been a long time since the Wildcats and Cougars have met. Milan was beaten in the state semifinals in 2023, so they're not far off from a previous state title. Or, well, close to a state title. As looks to take the kick is the 32 of Aziel Alcantara. That was it. That went up and in, but there is a flag on the play. So some late mistakes being coming out of the Cougars here. They're going to have to work on those for next week. As 1:04, the clock's going to keep going. Personal foul on defense, roughing the kicker. And I think they're going to assess that on the So the points will stand on 32. There we go. 30 seconds. As this game will draw to an end. 20 seconds. 42-7. The Highland Cougars will finally snap a 24-game losing streak. So they assess the penalty to the kickoff location, but 3, 2, Highland going to call a timeout with 1 second. I don't know why. We want to go home. Let's go. Why are we calling a timeout here? Might have to ask Arnsman.
The track lights in the track. And one more play.
They'll dump the cooler on Coach Arnsman. Looked like it was a water bucket, actually. As finally a 24-game losing streak comes to an end. The last win came at the hands of Macon, where Braden Logston got hurt. And that will do it. Highland will win 42-7. Yeah, wait, what do we got here? I guess we'll just kind of kick it and see what happens here. There's a kick up the middle. Peters will get it. He'll kneel it, and that's the game. Highland wins 42-7.
I'm gonna go tell them.
We'll figure out a player of the game. We'll get Coach Caleb Arnsman up here to talk about the game and what's next for them. I've been your play-by-play Remington Yates. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here. Let's take a quick PSA and some ads. And we'll go to the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Want a closer look at how high school activities are run in Missouri? The Misha All Access podcast gives you a behind-the-scenes pass into the decisions, stories, and people shaping school activities. From eligibility and rule changes to event plannings, postseason insights, it's everything Misha, straight from the source. Whether you're a coach, educator, student, or fan, tune in and stay informed. Search the Misha All Access podcast on your favorite podcast platform today.
Old Trapper beef sticks, 2 for $4. Save $4 on select Icon meats. Plus save $2 on Stoker's tubs. Erico reward members get double points on all promotional items. Let's go, Erico.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
This broadcast is brought to you by Cork's Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523. This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
Snack and save this week at Erico. Snickers and Twix, 2 for $4.50. Haribo Gold Bears, 2 for $4. Tootsie Twin Bars and Butterfinger Bars, just 2 for $4. Dots Pretzels, 2 for $8. And don't forget combo stuffed snacks, 2 for $5. Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items. Let's go, Airco.
Let's go, Airco. Let's go, Airco. Let's go.
Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports.
And we are back here. The Highland Cougars win 42-7 over the Milan Wildcats, breaking a 24-game losing streak. Had a great question. I don't know the answer to. The last time the Cougars won a playoff game, I actually do not know. I'm adding up some stats right now. So 82 yards for Dawson Hedges on the day. Now we'll go to Dent. 10 plus 6 plus 27, 5, 51. For Levi Dent. And 182 for Christopher Gauss. 20 yards receiving for Feldkamp and 9 yards receiving for Schneider. Schneider had 1 touchdown on the day. Dent had a touchdown. Gauss had 2 touchdowns. Hedges had 1 and a 2-point conversion. Gauss added 2 2-point conversions and 2 touchdowns. Nope. Gauss, and then a 2-point. So 2 touchdowns and a 3-point conversion. Porter Peters had a 9-yard rushing touchdown. And Schultz had a 2-point conversion for the Cougars. Overall, a good night for the Cougars as they finish and they finally win a game. And so now we'll hopefully get Caleb Barnesman up here. Hopefully we won't have to yell at him. He's kind of soaking wet. Hedges threw for 29 yards on the day. As just a good effort from the Cougars tonight. Started off on their offense early. They were ready for this game. They really wanted it bad. They wanted that win. They saw it as a new season. They finally got it. And now they are 1-9 on their season. The last time the Cougars won a game was 40-20 home against Macon in the 23-24 season. And finally, they get the win. We'll take another break. This is the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating and Cooling, and hopefully we'll get Coach Caleb Barnesman to join us.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong.
Do you need a boost? Get your 5-hour energy shots just 2 for $4.99. How about Jack's Link's Jumbo Steaks 2 for $7 or Gardetto's 2 for $6? Airco reward members get double points on all promotional items.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. This broadcast is brought to you by Corks Carpet Cleaning, providing commercial and residential cleaning services. They are the carpet cleaning choice in Northeast Missouri. Give Eric a call at 573-423-6523. This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter insurance agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today.
Sorry to our sponsors, but we got to get this guy going as, well, our hears are going to mess up with us. Coach Caleb Barnesman joining me here today. Coach, you guys finally break the losing streak. 24 games, 40-20 was the last time against Macon. And so finally you guys get the win. How is it to get this win here tonight and especially move on in district playoffs?
Oh, I mean, it's big, right? I mean, we're in the survive and advance mindset, and we knew if we didn't come out and play how I knew we could play, the season was going to be over, and the kids took it to heart all week at practice and definitely came out and played and were ready to go and had a lot of rushing yards on the ground and a lot of big explosive plays, and defense played phenomenal, and it was just amazing to see us finally put all four quarters together.
And, you know, big attempts from Dent, Hedges, and Gauss, the returning Gauss tonight, who put up, my addition and my math, 182 yards, Hedges with 82, and Dent with 51. I mean, how is it just all this rushing attempt tonight?
I think it's just we got back to how we started the year off, just spreading the ball around and getting to our playmakers that are out there. And I know we didn't throw the ball very much, but I didn't see a need to throw it too much when we were rushing, how we were rushing on the ground. And it's huge to get Chris back this week and kind of ease him back into things and kind of using him out at receiver as a blocker. And definitely it was great to have everybody to contribute across the board, and just an awesome night.
You guys changed your defensive format from typically you guys kind of did a 4 or 5 man front. You went to the 3-4 defense tonight. I mean, take me into that decision here tonight.
We knew going into it that they kind of struggled running up the middle, so they like to get the ball on the outside. So we took that away on the outside run, and Brody Rainier played a monster game as the nose tackle. There were some plays he was getting triple teamed, double teamed most of the night, and he was still making plays, tackles for loss, and players off the edge. Brighton Johnson was playing like I know how he could play all year, and he was just flying around. And Cooper Hinton was making plays left and right, and another big one that.
There's a lot of them. I mean, I think everybody tonight contributed in some form of way. I mean,
and Heath Feldkamp being out at corner, taking away their passes there, and he delivered some hits tonight that.
I mean, even Brock Schneider put in a good hit there, and he made a really good catch there.
Oh, yeah.
The 1 yard deflected catch that he somehow grabbed. I don't even know how he made that play.
I know, that was a heads up play, and he's definitely a football player, and he's a smart one at that. And I don't know very many players that would have made that play and just noticed that it was tipped off and grabbed it and took it in for his first touchdown. So it was awesome just to spread the ball around and get a lot of people touchdowns.
Now, of course, next Friday you will go to Putnam County to play the Midgets, who have been on a roll this year. They are undefeated this year, and well, it says a lot when you defeat the second seed team 55-0. But you guys got a lot of work to get done, don't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, and we know going into it that Putnam's going to be a really tough game, and they've had a phenomenal year. They have a lot of good athletes in there, and they like to spread the ball around. And they're kind of more of a pistol kind of option team, kind of a wing T-esque, and that's something we've struggled with, here just in our conference, going up against Monroe City and schools like that. But we're definitely going to be locked in, and the kids are going to kind of ride this victory and hopefully prove to themselves that what we coaches have been preaching all year, that we know they can do it and we believe in them every time. And now that they've got that taste, I hope that carries on and we go up to Putnam County and hopefully play for another district championship like we did, when Robert Gale and Drew Mallett were seniors. So
Well, Coach, I'm going to let you go again and try to set it close. Thank you so much, and congratulations, and good luck next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was Coach Caleb Arnsman here, as we'll kind of finish things up here again. That was your post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Thank you to our other sponsors, Richard Horner Shelter Insurance, Jeff Whiston Farm Bureau Insurance, Mike Stauffer Farmers Co-op, Murphy Brothers Gas Station, Ayers Oil Company, B&B Farms, Hoeing Trucking, Design It, The Wild Tiger Boutique, Autumn Harvest Farms. Your founding sponsors, Corks Carpet Cleaning, Sharps Custom Detailing, Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Arnold Funeral Home, and Fleer Heating Incorporated. I've been your play-by-play Remington Yates. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week in Putnam County.